Hey guys, welcome to my channel. While I have a smile on my face, it's a sad day. A sad, sad day. This is an update video on my first passive hydro experiment with my avocado trees. They died. I did the experiment and we went out of town and we're back now, and I came back to quite a few crispy avocado trees. Not only were they crispy, but they were molded, completely molded over. Two of them were. The third one wasn't there yet, but it looked gross. The roots were completely dead. I'm not quite sure what went wrong. Maybe Scott had some good points as to, avocado trees are very susceptible to root rot. So maybe they just didn't take to the LECA very well. While we were out of town, I had our house and dog sitter send me some pictures of them because I was hopeful that maybe they would bounce back. I had her top them off with some water because, the LECA balls soak up water. Water evaporates. You need to keep topping it off. And I was worried because we were gone for a week that they were, going to dry up, and she did, and still came back home and they were completely dead. In retrospect, now I'm thinking about it, and I probably should have only did this experiment with one because to lose all three of them killed my soul. So I am sad to report that they are no longer, but that's okay. Lesson learned. I'm actually here to brighten this video spirit and talk about some other plants that I am now experimenting with passive hydroponics. So let me go grab them. I did a ton of more research on semihydro. I did watch a great deal of Minimalist Callie's videos. She has an entire playlist on her channel. Go check it out. It's completely dedicated to semihydro. And I also reached out to a friend, Adam, not dude. He recently did it and he told me some plants that I should start with. Probably shouldn't have been an avocado tree, but hey, whatever. So I did take his advice and I'm starting with some more simple plants. I also tried this with a goldfish plant. It was a very small goldfish plant. I didn't have much love for it to begin with, to be honest. It's never grown since I got it. So I tried it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it with this one. This plant isn't really bringing me joy anyway, so it's a good plant to experiment with. And that also died. You guys, I'm a complete failure so far. But I'm not gonna give up, because if you've seen my string of pearls video, I'm on pearl number 3 and it's doing fabulous. So I'm not gonna give up, we're gonna keep moving. Okay, so first plant we're starting with is my Hoya Chronos green. This is a really good example to start with because you can see where the water line is. A few of my other cache pos, they're solid colored so you can't see through them. But you want to keep your water line right at about 1/3 of the LECA. LECA works through capillary action. I'll put what that means at the bottom of the screen here, and I'll also put it in the description below so you have a proper definition of what that is. But you don't want to go further than 1/3 because it'll draw the water up through the roots. And you definitely don't want to surpass the LECA because that can also cause it to root rot. So that's where the water line should be. So it makes it a little harder to see where your water level is when you have them in a water basin that is solid. So for instance, you guys, I don't have any cache pos. I don't have a lot. So I went through my mug cabinet and I grabbed mugs that just weren't very practical for me to use, or that might be too big. I don't drink that much coffee, that were super cute that I've just kept because I love them. And they work great, like this Peace one from Starbucks. So this is my Hoya retusa. And as you can see, you can't see the water level. But if you take this out, it's dripping and the water level is right up to the top there. So it is about 1/3 of the way up the LECA balls. Another one I'm trying this with is my Kalanchoe, because might not be the easiest one to start with, might not make it, but we're experimenting. It was dying. This is the one that I got on my shopping trip with Becca down in Tucson, and it was huge. And it was thriving outside in the summer. Didn't make it. It was like completely dead. This was the only one that was still looking great and still had some new growth on the top. if you can see that there. So I chopped it. It has all these aerial roots on it. So I planted it down there with an aerial root already formed. And I'm just hoping for the best. But how cute is this mug? I got this from Arizona. Starbucks, of course. And it says Starbucks on it. These are great. The net pot that is in here, this size, I think it's a 3-inch maybe. And I got these on Amazon. I'll make sure I link them in my store. But these are great for this purpose. And then I also got these, and I'll show you this one. This is my Dracaena, which was also doing a little weird. I cut off a bunch of leaves down here because they were just frilling up and like drying. So I'm hoping that this works, but this was kind of on the way out anyway, even though it looks really pretty right now. But this is another size. And these, I got these on Amazon. These are actually Orchid Pots, so I'll also link those below. They're really good for this too. And then this is just a cash po from IKEA. It doesn't quite fit, but it works. It works. I'm working on getting my setup a little cuter. I'm a terracotta girl, so I'm used to terracottas, so this is a big change for me because I think the only things that are gonna be left in terracotta now are gonna be my cacti. Which I think will still be really cute because I have the bench that's right in front of me and it's all of my cactus. It'll be complete terracotta. Okay, another one I have is this heartleaf philodendron. I got this mug from a friend on Instagram. Isn't that cute? And it's like the perfect size for this. So these I hear are easy to root up in LECA. Let's pray. These and Hoyas, really. Here's my other Hoya. This is my variegated girl. She's cute. I was rooting these in water. These are just cuttings that I was rooting, so I still have the mother plants of these two just in case it doesn't work out. Guys, I'm learning my lesson. I'm learning my lesson. So, yes, in a mug, as usual. This is a Hoya I recently got in California, my Hoya carrii, in a mug that I got from my best friend Nikki, and it's like one of my favorites, but it's huge. So I never drink this much coffee, and it's absolutely perfect for this. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love this mug. It's awesome, but look at how big that is. This is how much coffee she drinks, okay? Hoya carrii, let's hope that that works out because I just got that, and if I kill it, I'm gonna be very upset. What else do we have here? This is the last one, I think. This is my Schreckier, I think. Literally in a drinking glass, you guys. You can see it's 1/3 of the way up. Just plopped in there. Not aesthetically pleasing at all. But I also had this in water because there were fungus gnats in it. So I went to go repot it, realized I didn't have any soil. So I was like, well, let me just keep growing roots. So it's got some fresh, nice roots on there. So I was like, well, instead of putting it back in soil, let me just try it in LECA. This is another one of those plants that just doesn't really do it for me. It just doesn't bring me that much joy anymore. So if I lose it, it's not going to be that sad of a day. So I'll also do an update video on all of these so you can see how they're doing. We'll pull them out, we'll look at the roots together, and we'll see if they survive. I'm really hoping that I can make this work because I love this process. I love the fact that, you know, it's a little bit of cost up front, but it's definitely cost effective in the future. You can reuse LECA. You can, with the nutrients that you have to buy, which I'll also link in the description, which Minimalist Callie talks about, you use so little of it that she's gone through an entire year now and still hasn't even gotten halfway through her supply. So I just think, and it's not super expensive. I think I spent maybe $100 on all of my supplies so far. So it's not ridiculous. It really isn't. The thing that might cost me a little bit is going out and buying cash pos, but I'm going to go to IKEA because they have super inexpensive pots. I want to say this one was like maybe $3 to $5, if that. Like, I don't even think it was that much. So I'm excited for this transition. I'm a little nervous to get into some of my bigger plants like Miss Adansonii back here, or my Monstera deliciosa, or my elephant ear. Like, those are big plants, and I'm just a little nervous about those. So this may be a bigger process than I have it as in my head. I just think like, yeah, I'll just do it all in one day. It's not the case. It's definitely a process. It's a learning process. And I'm just willing to try it. I just want to try it. I want to see how it works. And I would really like to just be left with cacti in soil if I can help it. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, this microphone, you know what, guys? If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to go check out Minimalist Callie's page. She has a lot more informative videos on her playlist over on her channel. Adam did a great video on transitioning, like the first steps in transitioning your plants into semihydro. So go check his out. And then come back for more updates on semihydro. I'm so excited. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in my next one.